This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 2051. What is volume eating? Everything you need to know by Paula Norris with idealnutrition.com.au. And I'm Dr. Neil, your host and narrator. Welcome back to another edition of Optimal Health Daily. This is where I read to you from some of the best health and fitness blogs on the web, kind of like an ongoing audiobook. And don't forget, we have a bunch of shows covering different topics. Check them all out by searching for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this. And with that, let's get right to the post and optimize your life. What is volume eating? Everything you need to know by Paula Norris with idealnutrition.com.au. Volume eating helps with the most critical factor to success when it comes to losing weight and keeping it off, the calorie balance equation. In other words, to lose weight, you need to burn more calories than you consume. Volume eating is one way that you can reduce the number of calories you eat while eating a lot of food. It's not a strict diet plan. It's a technique that you can apply to your current diet in order to reduce the calorie density, also referred to as energy density, of what you consume. When following this approach, the focus is eating a lot of foods that have a lower calorie density. Why is this way of eating useful? By focusing on mostly foods with a lower calorie density, the volume of your meals will be high, so you'll feel full while you lose weight. You will eat a nutrient-dense diet. Because volume eating focuses on fruit and vegetables, you will eat plenty of vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. These are important to support a strong immune system and are critical to the body's processes that work to break down food and turn it into energy. Not eating enough nutrients can lead to frequent illness, poor sleep, feeling sluggish and tired. These in turn are likely to interrupt a pattern of healthy eating and exercise. And while eating for volume does focus mostly on lower calorie density foods, the approach is flexible enough for you to include some calorie dense foods too. Win-win. How volume eating can help you lose weight, feel full with fewer calories. This approach is a gradual change, not a fast way to drop 10 kilograms. You can apply this approach to almost any of your meals and snacks to make lower calorie versions of your favorite foods. Here's a summary of the key factors why volume eating works for weight loss. You eat more food with fewer calories. It helps with satiety. You eat in a way that makes you feel full, which means you're less likely to reach for extra snack foods, many of which are highly processed and calorie dense. You can maintain this way of eating long term because completely cutting out any foods or food groups is not required. There's no need to count calories or macros, which gets very tiring, annoying, and can be deflating. And you can tailor the approach to suit your own lifestyle and dietary preferences. When all of these factors are taken into consideration, you can see how volume eating leads to weight loss. How to start. Here's a 5-step process to get you started with volume eating. As an example, start by selecting one main meal that you have regularly at home and apply the following principles. 1. Ensure 50% of the recipe or your plate of food is made up of high volume vegetables. 2. Adjust your protein portion if needed. Protein should make up about 25% of your plate. 3. Adjust your carb portion. Starchy, sometimes also called complex carb portions, should make up 15 to 20% of your plate. 4. Review your cooking methods if required. The healthiest cooking methods are steaming, poaching, baking, grilling, air frying, or stir frying. Avoid being too heavy-handed with the oil when using the methods where fat is added. And 5. Use portion control with fats. If you're using poor oil, a maximum of 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil per person is a good target. Volume eating is not a low-fat diet. Healthy fats are essential for healthy skin and cells. They protect our organs, reduce inflammation, help to slow digestion, and assist with hormone regulation. So fat is absolutely included with the volume eating approach, but we do use portion control given how calorie dense fat is. Are there any things to watch out for when it comes to this way of eating? Volume eating done right is a very safe, sustainable, and nutritionally adequate way of eating. Issues could arise if it leads to a drastic increase in fiber intake over a short period of time. If before starting on a volume eating journey, your fiber intake is relatively low, The sudden increase in fiber intake from the larger portions of fruit and vegetables may result in gut symptoms such as bloating, discomfort, and excess gas. This is usually due to the fact that your body is not accustomed to higher levels of fiber intake. If your fiber intake is low, then you should build the changes slowly, meaning you may decide to apply the principles to one new meal every 2 days instead of every meal right away. This will give your gut time to adjust to the high levels of fiber you're consuming. The other caution is that volume eating should not be taken to the extreme. If you overconsume high-volume, low-calorie foods at the expense of including moderate portions of healthy, higher-calorie foods, then you'll miss out on key nutrients that are essential for good health and disease prevention. An example of this is you limit good fats, like extra virgin olive oil, too often. Then you're going to miss out on essential fat-soluble vitamins, antioxidants, and the heart protective effects of consuming extra virgin olive oil as a whole food. Volume eating summary. Volume eating is also referred to as eating for volume or the volumetrics diet. You can eat a lot of food. Volume eating will not leave you feeling hungry. It focuses on including mostly low-calorie dense foods. You don't need to count calories or macros. The foods are also nutrient dense. They contain a lot of vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. Volume eating does not require you to completely cut out any foods. And it is essential to include healthy foods with a high calorie density while undertaking volume eating. These include foods such as eggs, extra virgin olive oil, oily fish, nuts and seeds, and so on. You just listened to the post titled, "What is Volume Eating? Everything You Need to Know" by Paula Norris with idealnutrition.com.au. We can all think of one or two influential people in our lives that have truly changed us for the better. But have you found that person for your company? Well, now you can with Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform helping over 3 million businesses worldwide to do it all. Don't spend hours on multiple job sites looking for candidates. Over 80% of Indeed employers find quality candidates the moment they sponsor a job. I especially love Indeed's Instant Match feature because candidates you invite to apply through Instant Match are 3 times more likely to apply to your job than candidates who only see it in search, according to US Indeed data. Indeed knows that finding people with the right skills makes all the difference when you're a hiring team of one. Visit Indeed.com/health to start hiring now. Just go to Indeed.com/health. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Cost per application pricing not available for everyone. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Dr. Neal here for my commentary. For a while, researchers have known about a very common human phenomenon. See food, eat food. Meaning if there's food in front of us, we'll probably eat it. And we'll probably eat all of it. So, if we're served a large portion of pasta, we'll probably eat the entire thing. Even if, halfway through, our stomachs are telling us it's had enough, we'll keep eating, because it's there. This is true of almost all humans. So, if we know this fact, then we can use it to our advantage. How, you say? Well, what if we served ourselves large portions of the nutritious stuff? You know, the fruits and vegetables we keep being told to eat, and then serve ourselves smaller portions of the not so nutritious stuff. So, what if we served ourselves 1 serving of pasta and a large serving of non-starchy vegetables on the side? According to this theory of see food, eat food, we would eat all of those vegetables because, again, see food, eat food. In fact, researchers wanted to see if this was actually true. So if you don't believe me, there's some science to back it up. Sure enough, several studies have found that eating low-calorie, higher-volume foods like fruits, vegetables, and even soups help us feel satisfied while reducing the amount of calories we consume. A separate study even found that eating satisfying portions of low-energy dense foods can help control hunger while helping with weight management. All right, that'll do it for the Thursday episode. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll be back here tomorrow for the Friday Q&A and where your optimal life awaits.